All right, I just did a video on the PB Swiss Torx drivers, and I mentioned the bit driver as a good gateway to get into PB Swiss tools, and really a way to test the waters with the Swiss grip handle and the quality of PB Swiss, because the Swiss grip handle might not be for everyone. I've had a lot of different types. I've had the square snap-on handles, I've had the tri-lobe snap-on handles, and most recently I guess they're tri-lobe comfort grip, the newest snap-on handles for the last 5 or so years. And I grabbed a set of the Icons. Those aren't too bad. They're just direct copies of the snap-on. All different types. Even the old acetate Craftsman USA made. Those were pretty good. But as far as handles go, I like the Vessel. Wera I'm not so keen on. But these handles are really, really good. And for $15, you can just throw this in your cart. They all come with a serial number on there. This is obviously quarter hex. It's all magnet. It's no retaining ring. The back is just a generic marking because it's only a bit drive. It could be anything you want. And then that's your handle. There's your part number, Swiss made, and then your standard barcode. So I've been using this for a little while now. I kind of like it. This is kind of what I've been using. And this one's kind of funny. This right here was just 3D printed. And it's just your standard, for extension. So I just 3D printed that. Took like an hour or so. Like 13 cents in filament. But I've been using this for a long time. Maybe a few years. Probably like 5 years now that I think about it. So I use it with a nut driver sometimes if I'm underneath a dash or something. And I also use it, I don't want to put this one in because this is a shorty from Vim, and it gets pretty deep in there. But if I'm working on something and I know what the size is going to be and I'm going to be in a tight spot, I'll just throw it on one of these. Now, I've also used this as a makeshift bit driver, but this one goes deep. So that's what it came with, and I usually just keep this in the truck and as an extra tool. But here you can see, I'll put this one in first because it's easier to get out. The magnetism on this thing is just insane. And then here's the T27 I was just talking about with the stubby, and with the stubby it's perfect. I mean, there's almost no wobble, and I could set this up with my triple square bits, everything out of the Vim kit, and it works great. And just to give you an idea of the magnetism, so for the size, it comes in about 5 inches. That's without the bit. See, I gotta use this to take off the bit because the magnetism is so much. So here, I'll turn this upside down. So yeah, about 5.5 inches. But pretty good. For $15, you can get your feet wet. Or for $9 or $10, you can get like your standard number 2 Phillips, which they are JIS. So those are a pretty good price, and you get to get a feel for it, for a good quality tool. These handles will get beat up. You can get these in like an acetate version, and that's with the classic PB Swiss vanilla in it. I don't have any of those, but I have the acetate proto that I really love, and it does smell like vomit. But yeah, this is about 25 years old and feels good and everything, but I don't know, if this is going to last me for a couple of years, I'd much rather deal with the handle getting dirty. And it does clean up pretty good with alcohol swab. I'm pretty sure all this will disappear at some point, and you'll just be left with the Swiss made and the PB guarantee on there, spelled in the very Swiss way. But that's about it for this. If you can get your hands on one, I would say that they shouldn't be more than $15. And if you go to some of the websites that sell these, you could fill up your cart and get what you want. And then when you get to the point where you need a few dollars more to hit the $100 for free shipping, throw this in your cart.